Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good morning to all of you. So today we are going to proceed for PhD 123 for liquid dosage form. So my title for today is Topical Liquid Preparation. Okay, so before we start, I would like just to say take care everyone in this COVID-19 season. So wash your hand regularly and please avoid crowd places if you can. Okay. So today we are going to cover few liquid topical preparation, which is collodions, liniments, lotions, and then paints. So we have four types of liquid topical preparation. Then I'm going to also cover the containers, labeling, and storage for this liquid topical preparation. Okay, so first of all, you need to know that in order for you to make a liquid topical preparation, we need to know what is the composition in the liquid topical preparation. So usually, of course, the first one we need vehicles or solvent. It is either water miscible or oily vehicles. Then you can add emulsifying agents, suspending agents, and you can add other ingredients such as humectant or wetting agents and etc. Okay, so we have two types of vehicles. The first one is water miscible and the second one is oily vehicle. So example for water miscible one is water, alcohol, and also macrogols. The oily vehicles or oleaginous vehicle, we have three types, which is mineral oil, vegetable oils, and also synthetic oil. So what are the differences between these three? Is the first one, of course, it is actually natural one. The mineral oil and vegetable oil is the natural one, and then the synthetic oil is, of course, synthetic. So the mineral oil, for example, you can use soft, liquid, hard paraffin. They are actually from saturated hydrocarbon, so chemically inert, but do not give good skin penetration. So if you want to make something that penetrate your skin, then you must mix them in a good portion or composition. Okay. So we use liquid paraffin to thin the preparation, and we use hard paraffin to thicken the preparation. Then for the vegetable oil, example like peanut oil, castor oil, olive oil, this preparation required thickening. Okay, so a high melting point material usually being added, for example, cetostera alcohol. They are good skin penetration but can be rancid easily. Okay, so the last one, synthetic oil, for example, dimethion BP, used because of the water repellent properties. They are hydrophobic. Okay, so for example, isopropyl myristate, a semi-synthetic oil, it have similar properties such as vegetable oil. So you can opt using isopropyl myristate is if you don't have the vegetable oil. Okay, the next one, you can add emulsifying agent into your preparation. The commonly used one is wool fat if you want to make water in or emulsion, so it is not easily to be washed. The second one is emulsifying wax if you want to make oil in water emulsion, easily washable. And then the third one is synthetic surfactant or non-ionic surfactant. Um, it can be either lipophilic if you want to form a water in oil emulsion, and it can also be hydrophilic if you want to form a oil in water emulsion. Okay, so for emulsifying agent, you must know the HLB. Okay, so the HLB is actually the relationship or balance between the hydrophilic portion to the surfactant to the lipophilic portion. So this is what we call HLB. So HLB stands for hydrophile, lipophile, and also balance. If the HLB value is low, it means that it is more lipophilic or oil soluble. So the surfactant will form a water in oil emulsion. Okay, so if the HLB is higher, it is more water soluble or hydrophilic. So it can form oil in water emulsion. So this is the example. Okay, so I will show all of you the example. So as you can see over here, this is the balanced one. If HLB is around 9, so meaning that it got the same ratio of hydrophilic and also hydrophobic properties. So if you want something that is easily washable, you must take the HLB level more than that. Okay, you can take 12, 15. But if you want it to retain on your skin, not easily washable, then you can take 9. Sorry, not 9, 6, 3. So that is the HLB value. Okay, so remember, if the HLB value is lower, it means it is hydrophobic. If it is higher, then it is hydrophilic. Okay. Okay, so the next one, you can also add suspending agent. The function is to suspend solid materials in a shake liquid preparation by retarding the sedimentation. So this one, for example, is lotion. Okay, so you can add what is the suspending agents usually being used. We have bentonite, vigum, atapulgite, montmorillonite, carbopol 934, and also carboxyl methylcellulose. Okay, what are the characteristics of the suspending agent? They leave a lubricant layer of powder on the skin because they give your they retard the sedimentation, so of course it give you a lubricant layer, and then but not suitable for pH less than 3.5 and may be affected by alcohol and also electrolyte. Okay, other ingredient that you can add, wetting agent. This is required if you have lipophilic drugs. You can also add humectant. This is added to reduce of water loss from preparation. Then both of them are hygroscopic materials. Okay, they are used to add solid to semi-solid preparation. Okay, for example, starch, talc, zinc oxide. If you have those preparation, then you can add this wetting agent or humectant. Okay, typically used at a concentration of 5 to 15%. The example of these two, wetting agent and humectant, is glycerol, propylene glycol, polyethylene glycol 300, and also sorbitol syrup. Okay, next one, this is the instruction and labeling for topical preparation. First, avoid introducing them into eyes, mouth, respiratory passages area. Liniment or ointment should be rubbed in instead of painted on. Clean skin area before application and re-application, so meaning you need to remove any residue. Stop application should any irritation occur, and then apply thin coating to the affected site. Moreover, if you are using the liniment, okay, because or collodion, then I will explain later on why. Okay, and then clean hand and use applicator before application. Okay, for the last 2 points, that is actually the general one for external use only, and shake well before use. Okay, containers and labeling. So usually the containers that we use for extemporaneous one is the clear or amber fluted bottles with red cap. The commercial one is usually clear amber plastic or glass bottles. Okay, so how they looks like, this is how they looks like. As you can see over here, this is the amber bottle, and this one is for extemporaneous one with red cap. Okay, so usually the typical sizes are around 50 ml, 100 ml, and also 200 ml. Okay. Okay, next, the first preparation that we are going to discuss are collodions. Okay, collodions are liquid preparation containing propylene, a nitrocellulose, in a mixture of ethyl ether and acetone, sometimes ethanol. So you can use either acetone or you can use ethanol. They are applied to the skin by means of a soft brush or other suitable applicator, and when the ether and ethanol, these two are volatile solvents, have evaporated, they leave a dry celluloid-like film on propylene on the surface. Okay, meaning that they give you one layer on top of your skin. This layer is actually durable, tenacious in adherence, and flexible and also occlusive. Meaning that flexible, meaning that when you like moving your hand, also it will retain at the side of your skin. Okay. Okay, so this is the example of collodions usually on the market. So as you can see over here, I put duoflame and also salactol. So usually this type of collodions used for warts. Okay, then I'll explain later what is the use of it. Okay. Okay, there are two basic types. They are flexible and also non-flexible collodions. The flexible type is often used in medical, while non-flexible collodion is often used in theoretical makeup. The flexible collodion works by forming a protective coating over the treated area and keep the moisture. Okay, so meaning that if you don't want the keratolytic properties, then it is actually function to retain the moisture over the site. Okay, the non-flexible one shrinks as the solvent, usually ether or alcohol, evaporates. So what happens? The non-flexible one we cause wrinkles and usually used to stimulate old age or scars. Okay, collodion is made flexible by the addition of castor oil and camphor. Both have different properties, not different function. Okay, so castor oil we add it to make sure that our product is flexible for ease of use, while camphor is to make sure that our product is waterproof. Okay, the next one, I've already mentioned that for medical, usually we use it for it like just protective one. Okay, so because post surgical, we need a liquid bandage product, and you can also use it as a keratolytic. Okay, for example, if you make collodions using acetic acid and salicylic acid, what will happen that this salicylic acid act as keratolytic agent in the treatment of corns and warts or calluses. So that's why if you want to apply collodions, usually we will apply first glycerin to the surrounding side of your warts, and then only after that you can put these collodions. Okay, or else it will irritate the other part of your skin. Okay, the official medicated collodions, for example salicylic acid collodion, contains 10% weight in volume of salicylic acid in flexible collodions. So this is according to USP. Okay, the second preparation that we are going to learn today is liniment. Okay, liniment are actually solutions, liquids, lotion or mixture of various substances in oil or alcoholic solution or soaps or emulsion, and may contain suitable antimicrobial preservative. This preparation that may be liquid or semi-liquid and are intended for external application and should be labeled as it is. Okay, so they are applied with friction and rubbing to the affected area. The oil or soap base providing for ease of application and massage. So that is the function of oil or soap base when we are putting it into liniment. Okay, because we want to make sure that it is easier for us to apply or massage it on top of our skin. Okay, alcoholic liniment are usually generally used for their rubefaction and counter-irritant effect. So this liniment usually penetrate the skin more readily than those with an oil base. So they penetrate our skin because they have these two type of properties. So the first one is rubefaction. It's a substance for external application that produce redness. So meaning that when I said rubefaction, you can remember redness to the skin. Okay, so what happened that this substance will cause dilation of capillaries and increase blood circulation. Okay, and then they also have these counter-irritant properties. When a medicine is applied locally, it produces superficial inflammation in order to reduce deeper inflammation. So meaning it is just an artificial inflammation just to make sure it subsides the deeper inflammation. Okay, then the oily liniment are milder in their action and may function solely as protective coatings. So as you can, you know that if you want to do massage, you can use the oily liniment. Okay, but if you want to treat something, then you will use the alcoholic one. Okay, liniments that contain methyl salicylate should not be applied to the skin that are bruised or broken. Okay, so methyl salicylate is the most popular liniment usually being used. So you can see at the market we have this tiger liniment, Kwan Loong, and then the most popular one is minyak cakapak lah. Okay, so you should not apply it on the bruised or broken area. Okay, what is the general use of liniment? We only know that it is massage and then for ease. Okay, but actually you can use it as antipyretic to relieve itching, as astringent to cause biological tissue to contract. So astringent meaning that just to ensure that your muscle contract. The emollients, products that soften skin or treat dry skin, and then analgesic by rubefaction and counter-irritant effect. So the analgesic one is usually the alcoholic one. Okay, so this is the differences like I've mentioned previously. The alcoholic one usually for the rubefaction, counter-irritant, and also penetrating. Okay, they penetrate the skin more readily than those with an oil base. Okay, so why do we need the oil one? Because the oil one is usually employed primarily when massage is desired. Okay, so by their nature, oleaginous liniments are less irritating to the skin than alcoholic liniments. So if I ask you the differences, you need to inform me about this one. Okay, okay, the third one we have lotions. Okay, lotion is an opaque thin non-greasy emulsion liquid dosage form for external application to the skin, which generally contains a water-based vehicle with more than 50% of volatiles and sufficiently low viscosity that it may be delivered by pouring. Okay, so meaning that when we are talking about lotion, it must be easily, you can pour it, okay? If you cannot pour it, then it's not a good lotion, okay? And then lotion also is very, very soft, okay? So usually just for moisturizing, and also just to make sure that you keep the moisture on top of your skin, okay? So the most popular one, of course, we have the calamine lotion. Okay, usually hydrophilic, aqueous, alcoholic, or oily liquid preparation. So meaning that this is the combination of a lot of properties. So you can choose either you want it to become hydrophilic, aqueous, alcoholic. It depends on you. Okay, so they are actually intended for external application without rubbing to the affected area. So if I ask you what is the difference between liniment and lotion, you must know that for lotion you don't need to rub it, okay? It's not compulsory, but for liniment you need to rub it to give the effect, or else you won't get the rubefaction and also counter irritant effect, okay? So applied with help of some absorbent materials, for example cotton wool or gauze, and then usually generally to provide cooling, soothing and protective action. So there are only three properties of lotion: cooling, soothing and also protective. And also if you put keep the moisture also, I will accept that answer, okay? Okay, the third one we have paints. Okay, so paints are liquid for application to the skin or mucous membrane. So meaning it's not only for topical, but it is also for oral one. So we have two types. We have skin paints, a volatile solvent that evaporates quickly to leave a dry resinous film of medicament. So you can see that it have properties like collodions, but the ingredients is different, okay? The throat paints more viscous due to a high content of glycerol, designed to prolong contact of the medicament with the affected site. So you can see over here, usually for oral thrush treatment, we use clotrimazole, okay? So this is mouth pain, okay? And we also have betadine, antiseptic. So this is usually used for skin pain. Okay, so that's all for today lecture. So hopefully I'm going to see all of you for the next lecture. Thank you.